What is going on, guys, and welcome to what is the first episode of my NHL 16 Road to Glory. So, if you've been on my channel for a long time, you will know that Ultimate Team Adventure is pretty much a main staple on my channel. I wanted to do that, but I wanted to do it a little bit differently. We're still going to have Ultimate Team Adventure on the Xbox, but there's going to be a few changes for this Road to Glory. So, the first things first is that we are going to be on the PlayStation 4. As you can see, I can barely even type. I have no idea what I'm doing. This controller just seems so small, but I will get used to it, obviously. And then the biggest rule is that we are going to spend not a dime on this game. As we open up our starter pack here, we get John Scott, which is sick, Prust Kincaid, we get Ronald Kennens and Paul Postma, so not a bad team there. But like I was saying, this is going to be the $80 player. This is going to be the guy who goes and spends $80 on the game and doesn't spend a penny on it throughout the whole year. So this is the way the Ultimate Team was intended to be played, in my opinion anyways. It's just a lot more fun to have to grind for your players, have to grind games. Tactics HD does a really good job of this, where he doesn't spend a dime on the game, and it's just very grindy. It's a lot of fun to watch. You guys are going to help me with it as well, and here is the team that we are going to use throughout the first probably 3 or 4 games. Once we start banking some coins, we can definitely go ahead and get some more players. We're going to probably play 2 games in this episode, hopefully get some more players on this team, because having John Scott as your first line left wing, that is terrifying. But it's going to be zero money spent. We're going to get no help from EA, not spend any of my personal money, no donations, nothing like that. It's just going to be strictly the grind, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and call ourselves #hockey here. Why not? And then obviously our arena horn will be the Vancouver Canucks. But you already saw what the team looks like. Let's get into our first game here, and this is going to be my first ever game playing on the PlayStation, so I'm going to admit I'm a bit nervous. We actually get matched up here with a guy with one of the Sedin twins, which is going to be quite a challenge here in my first ever PlayStation game. But one big reason why I wanted to do the Road to Glory is because I've played NHL Ultimate Team since the year it was implemented, 2011. That means I have played for 5 consecutive years, and not once have I had a Division 1 title. I know that's so embarrassing. I've played for 5 years, never had a Div 1 title, and that has to change this year. I am determined, and we're going to get into the first game here, our first stepping stone to get that elusive Division 1 title. We got the boys Mike and Eddie here telling the whole world this xTech guy played for 5 years, never had a Div 1 title. That is changing today. Here's the first stepping stone, and we get our pocket picked Paul Postma. Lets that guy have a breakaway, and he comes right in, but Kincaid had a big stop. Nothing he can do about this one, though. What a terrible start. We're going to go into the instant replay here, and that was Mike Brown's goal, but that was a goal that really shouldn't have went in. Finn is stoked on it, but you can see here my stick glitches through the net. My stick, my team, glitches through the post and puts it in the net, so not a very good start. So the first period is over. He's got the 1-0 lead. He's definitely got the edge in shots. I'm just really getting used to the PlayStation controller. It's an absolutely huge change from the Xbox.
With a conversion, but Kopitar to the other end, around a check, shooting, big save, Ranta, rebound, he made a second one, and now it's taken by Shaw. Antti Ranta, his best sequence of the game.
Ranta with just a ridiculous stop there, robbing Brandon Prust, but we get the big guy John Scott, gonna be the dish master, finding a guy down low. He gets absolutely destroyed, but he gets right back up and he finds Prust. Prust says, "Take that, Antti Ranta." That is the first goal for Road to Glory. No one wants to touch the puck when John Scott's around. Just a monster, and he is the dish master. What a pass. The softest hands there on John Scott, finding the bronze guy, putting us up 2-1. We're just going to get a ridiculous amount of pressure here, putting everything we possibly can within the last 2 minutes of the second period, trying to beat Ranta, but he stands tall and he stops every last puck we put on the net. So the first period was a bit weird because the PlayStation controller, I was just trying to figure out how to play with it. My whole life I've played on the Xbox, so like I said, this is a huge change, but thank God we had Kincaid in the net. This guy stopped everything. He was a monster. He's starting to feel like he could be a force on this team for a little while. He is really, really good. Don't let the goaltender overalls fool you, because I've had goalies who are like 60 overall who just play fantastic. But 10 seconds left in the third period. We got the lead, and who else but Kincaid, baby, makes a huge stop to preserve the 2-1 lead and to preserve our first victory in Road to Glory. So I was honestly a little bit nervous there that we weren't going to get it done because I didn't know how to play on the PlayStation, but luckily for us, we pulled off the victory, and it's actually happy hour, so we are getting quite a few coins here. 1-0. Kincaid, obviously the first star. That Rishma guy had a goal and an assist, and there are your stats. He beat us on shots and on time on attack, but Kincaid really played awesome, and the dish master John Scott didn't really do anything else aside from 2 helpers. Let's see if we can get him some offensive support, maybe get another defenseman with those coins that we just got. So I didn't want to spend over 1,000 on a player, so I set my parameters to NHL 1,000 by now, and we need a first line centerman really badly. We cannot rely on John Scott, and Prust for the goals. I was almost going to buy this Matthew Perreault, but then it clicked. I remember a player who has a little bit higher offensive stats, and that's what we need. We need the high offensive stats, and we're going to go all the way to San Jose here, and we're going to pick up a Thomas Hertl for 750 coins, which is a steal. 86, 86, 85, and then obviously he doesn't need the high checking because he's got John Scott as his winger. So we need some defensemen as well, and I thought, who better than Adam Larsson? He's big, he's got the good skating, he's fast, he got a hell of a shot, even though for 83, I've used him in the past, and he's a monster. We ended up finding one for 1,000 coins. That's what I love, finding those cheap deals on the market. It just brings a whole new aspect to Ultimate Team, and since Kincaid's doing well, thought I'd get him a familiar face there with Adam Larsson. So let's hop into the second game of this episode, where we can hopefully get a few more goals on the board, hopefully more than 2. Let's go. We are in Montreal, Quebec at the Bell Center, arguably one of the hardest arenas to play in the whole NHL, up against a guy named Kingdom Play. And started off the bat, we got Adam Larsson with a unbelievably lucky poke check, and it come all the way to Gomez, and good guy Gomez, oh my god, what a goal this bronze guy just made Andre Pavlik look like a Pee Wee B goaltender. Get out of here, Pavlik. We get a breakaway here. Our guy is not very fast at all. He's going to make a fantastic defensive play. He's going to come back the other way, but Kincaid flashes the leather. Get out of here. And this was something pretty crazy. We had 3 guys alone in front of the net for over 30 seconds, and we couldn't score a goal. I don't know what this guy was thinking. Terrible time for a change. I just couldn't get my shit together, and we do not capitalize on probably what was one of the easiest opportunities that we're ever going to have. 1-0 going into the second. Thomas Hertl is going to start off the second period right. 10 seconds in, going to steal the puck. He's going to get a little bit too close to the goaltender. Just bumps Andre Pavlik there, and the ref does not like that. He calls it a no goal. They're going upstairs. Let's see what the zebra, the man in stripes, has to say. Points us to center ice. We got ourselves a good goal. 2-0 hockey game. We got Adam Larsson here just going to destroy that guy. Going to come in, dipsy doodle through everyone, but he's going to get robbed by Andre Pavlik, but it's just fine. We're going to get the puck in the corner. You got Hertl. He's got the good hands. He's going to look for Larsson on the blue line. Gets it one-timer. Pavlik gets the blocker up, but it is no good. That one goes up and over, and we got a 3-0 hockey game. My man Kincaid just standing on his head. This guy is so good, stopping everything that comes his way. We got Thomas Hertl using the speed, was going through everyone, puts it on net, and he gives it right to none other than John Scott. The big man gets a very John Scott-esque goal. Very nice. 10 minutes into the second period, and John Scott has his first goal on Road to Glory. Going to try to find Hertl, but that pass is just offside. Tries the stretch pass, but just a little bit offside there. So 4-0 going into the third period. We're definitely in control of this this game, and he's going to get a break here with Pominville. Postma's going to try to dive, and I don't know how this one goes in. Definitely not Kincaid's finest moment. Pominville just, I honestly don't even know how that one squeaked through him there. But once again, the Zebra is going to go upstairs, and he points to center ice. We got a good goal. So he finally gets on the board, Craig Cunningham from Jason Pominville, but Kincaid makes up for it with 2 fantastic saves. And then you're going to see something you don't see very often here. Is that John Scott? No, we gotta watch that again. There's no way that John Scott just made that beautiful defensive play. Absolutely he did. Makes the beautiful play, and we get 2,000 coins for that game. 2-0, and for the second game in a row, your star is Kincaid. The guy is just an absolute machine. He gets the first star. Larson with 2 points, and Gomez with 2 points as well. So this happy hour thing is really helping us out. We now have 2,137 coins to spend, and I like building from the defense out, so we're going to go ahead and strengthen our D-core with a John Moore. 87 skating, I've heard really good things about him, so we're going to go ahead and put him alongside Adam Larson, as well as buy a captain card. And I thought since we're going to build from the defense out, we got to honor our defense, and we have to put the captain card on Adam Larson. He could be a staple on this team for a long time. Who knows, we may not have a stud defenseman for the next 10, 15, 20 games. Could be a really long time. Look at those stats though. That's personally how I like to build my team. Defense wins championships, and going from defense out seems like a very smart idea. So we're going to try something out here called the first star of the episode. In each episode, I will say their stats and just give a quick shout out to them because they do deserve it. And this episode, the first star is definitely Keith Kincaid. Had 58 shots, stopped 56 of them, a 1 goals against average, and a 0.965 save percentage. This guy is playing phenomenal throughout the first 2 games, and I really hope he can continue his hot play, continuing on into Div 10 and so on and so forth. Who knows, maybe Kincaid will be the one to bring me my first Div 1 title. So that's going to be it for the first episode, guys. I hope you really did enjoy it. I have a few questions though concerning what you guys want to see. Is it kind of boring to have only maybe 2 games an episode where I show every single goal, all the cool things that happen, maybe some funny play, or would you rather have like 5 or 6 games in an episode and then we get a lot of stuff done, we upgrade the team a lot, and then move the series on a little bit quicker? Personally, I like to do maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 games an episode if we decide to get crazy. I really like editing every single clip and having all the cool little funny things that happen during the game, but again, I know there's people who like to get a lot of games and upgrade the team and, you know, move on. You don't like to be stuck at one place for too long. So I kind of want to hear what you guys are thinking of that. Either I should change it up or keep it the exact same way it was this episode and then continue on. But next episode we'll probably focus on getting some more offense because, I don't know, John Scott's playing hot right now, 3 points in 2 games, but I don't think we can rely on him for the rest of the year for offense. So if you guys are excited for this series and are enjoying it so far, please go ahead and slap a like on this. I rarely ask you guys to like the video, but this one I feel like is going to be a very, very cool series that we're going to do until the end of NHL 16. We're one step closer to that Div 1 title. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.